Hey everyone, welcome to I Totally Love It. My name is Susan. Today I'm working on Junk Journal Sketches, episode 50. We're almost at the 1 year mark of this series. How exciting. Today I'm going to do something probably slightly different than what I've been doing. I do have a sketch here. This came from sketchandscrap.blogspot.com and this is card sketch number 274. The designer is Lori Stroup. Um, and instead of making like a big journal card or tag, I'm actually just gonna make like a cluster. I'm not sure if I've made a cluster before, but whether I have or I haven't, that's what I'm totally gonna do today. Um, so you have this bigger rectangle piece in the back. Once again, it doesn't have to be rectangular. It doesn't have to have straight lines. You can just tear some paper. It can be whatever type of paper you want. Um, be, flashcard in the background. It could be guest check, scrapbook paper, magazine paper, cardstock, whatever you want. And that's going to be kind of your base. That's going to hold all the other things on top. And we see this like label piece in the background here. Once again, this has it as rectangular. And then we have a little banner piece coming out with your sentiment, your label for us who are junk journalers. We tend to put more labely type things on there. And then there's this off-centered circle label. And of course, this has like a little flowery scalloped edge, but it doesn't have to be that way at all. So what I'm thinking about doing is, and of course, all these little dots. I probably won't do those, but I have a ton of these. And so I think that's going to be, my circle. I have them in green, blue, and red. Where are all my blue ones? They've been sitting in this little drawer here. Ooh, I should probably put some in my Etsy shop because I don't think I'll ever use this many. But it can also be, I know I'm saying a lot, and I apologize for that. Could also be, if you've got your printed labels, this is that one I started, and you have something, a label that's circular. You could use it also. Doesn't have to be circle, so it could be hexagon, or I would think you want something sort of round. Could have sides, octagon, hexagon, because you have a rectangle and another rectangle going on there, and this is sort of rectangular, but you got a little notch cut out of it there. But it doesn't even have to have that. It could just be another labely, rectangle, or just strips of paper. You can make them with just strips of paper and no labels. So I may make several, and I'm not sure if I'm making anything for my Junk Journal Madness journal so much as I have a little, let's see if I can grab it here, a little Hello Kitty cookie tin that I picked up at 99 Ranch, and it's holding all my clusters, so it's not like I'm hurting for clusters here. And I often forget that I have clusters that I could glue in, but like this one had like the little piece off of a planner paper where you had your contacts and notebook paper and stuff. So could just be little strips like that. Like you could even take that, back it on a piece of cardboard, oh, Susan, a rectangular piece of paper, whatever you want to put it on. And then, say, I don't know about a blue one, but maybe even green. So there's no rules. This is just a guide, as always. Oh, that's kind of similar. That is an altered paper clip. And I'm looking at it and I'm thinking that might look good in my my vintage journal, but I don't know. I'll probably forget about it. So you can also use butterflies instead of circles. You could totally make it out of fabric pieces. Might be a little, or include fabric maybe. I don't know about completely out of fabric to have that kind of a design or layout. I should say layout. I don't know if that's really a design per se, but yeah, that could be a big button. All right, guys, so I'm going to go gather some things and I'm just going to go ahead and get started. Let me reach up here and put this back and get to making some clusters following this little pattern here. And then you can stick it on whatever you want to put on a journal card or um, just a journal page, just in the corner of a page. That's always fun. You could even, if you glue it a certain way, it could be like a little side tuck cluster. So, but you know, you do you. Make your theme. Use up your scraps. Do what you need to do. And of course, as always, I'll put that link down below. This is just a link for the actual block spot because you just have to go through older sketches, but it's, I think she has a search bar. You can just put sketch 274. In fact, let me write that bigger. Not that marker. Oh, Susan, this one. Sketch number 274. 274. All right, guys, so sit back, relax, enjoy some tunes, and let's get cracking. All right, I really could have been here all afternoon making some of these, just following this little sketch. Um, and like I said, I really didn't plan on doing anything with those dots, but you could. You could do enamel dots. You could do um, pearl drops, little buttons. You could glue sequins, whatever you want. Um, so that was the first one I made. I found that red piece, and then that navy piece was behind it, and I was like, well, let's just go with a little red, white, and blue theme. And I really thought that that was putting only enough paper for it to be covered. I guess I could have put the paper on after I glued on the part that stuck to the card, but anyways, you can see where the paper is underneath, but that's all right. So that would look great in a red, white, and blue theme, patriotic if your country colors are red, white, and blue, or state colors. Um, this one's very bright, to me, very eclectic. This would either go in a great summer journal, spring, or eclectic theme. Or even if you're doing like rainbow colors, that would look cool in there too. That one I think I can use in my sewing journal, so I might throw that in there. Make it like a little, if I glue like a little L shaped, I can make like a little corner tuck. So I've got a cluster corner tuck, but I forgot some of those pieces were in that bag of scraps. And yeah, just all scraps. That's Tracy Fox digital piece from Creep on June that was hanging out in there. I think this piece is from like your creative studio. And you get those little digital papers in there. And of course, that's a piece of text. And I used another one of those labels. So, not too shabby. And of course, this one I reversed the direction of the design. So it doesn't always have to go that way. You can turn it for your needs. And this would be really good as a corner tuck, glued in there, and you slide your item in there. But yeah. And if you don't have a way to store them, get yourself a little Hello Kitty cookie tin, or Christmas is coming up, and they have the big cookie tins. But while we're talking about that, sorry. These are great. This is from HEB, but they come out with a little Christmas cookies. These are small ones um, that hold some charms that I don't ever use, and I really need to work on that. But I have one of these. I haven't filled it yet, I don't think. Let's say that. Yeah. I think I had my fabric clusters in there, and I just put them all in there with the regular clusters. But um, you can get the big ones at Christmas. But eat the cookies or take the cookies, store them, eat them over time. But these are great. I think they're cute in your journal. Sorry, in your craft space. I'll get it right in a minute. Um, but okay. Um, so these are great to store in there, is what I'm saying. Also, some people have done that little idea where you glue them in a book, kind of like this, and then you can tear the paper out, and that's part of your thing, or you just pull it off. Um, so, and I thought about doing that, and I just never did. I just stuck them in that container, and that's where they've been. All right, guys. So great way to use up your scraps and build you up a little stash. And if you have those kind of labels, that's great. Or you got circle punches, or if you have a collection of those Echo Park die cut, ephemera pieces like I do, pull those out, see what you got. But yeah, I think it turned out great. You can also decorate that paper in the background, because I'm looking next to me, I've got all this, washi tape. So you could do more if you have masterboard pieces. That would have been a great idea, Susan. I still have a couple little pieces of masterboard that I don't know what to do with because they're so odd shaped and small. That would have been good to put there. So um, things like that, you guys. And then of course you can add more to this, if you wanted to stick a little, let's see here, you know, nature study. Put a little additional whatnot on there. What is this one? That won't go good on that one, but maybe it'll go good on this one. Specimen number A259. So get your things out. Let's use them up. Let's make some things. Here, let me spread these out. Once again, this is from sketchandscrapblogspot.com. It's linked below, and it's number 274. The designer was Lori Stroup, Lori Lori. So you can probably search her for her other sketches up there, because she's one of the, I guess, design team or guest designers. Anyways, go make some stuff for your junk journals. All right, guys, I appreciate you and your time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you next week for episode 51. Until then, bye bye.